Hello everyone, this is Chef Fox, Chefy McChef Pants for Pie Hole Productions, and today we're going to cook an egg. And we're not just going to cook an egg, but we're going to flip it in a pan. And yes, you too can manage this without much problem, and I will show you how. Okay, so I'm going to start by cracking an egg. Now I would definitely suggest cracking it into a prep bowl instead of trying to crack it into the pan. If you crack it into the pan and end up with a little bit of shell in with it, it's really hard to fish the shell out of a hot pan, whereas it's relatively easy to get the shell out of a cold prep bowl. So now I have an egg pan and I've got the burner turned to about medium. I'm going to set that on and I'm going to give it a little bit of olive oil. Now, I actually prefer using olive oil to a pan spray. The pan spray, any overspray gets your stovetop kind of dirty, but also the fine mist of spray that gets around on the sides of your pan actually will bake on and make your pan stickier rather than actually more non-stick. So I'm going to make sure that the pan is kind of coated, and I'm going to go ahead and let that warm up. I don't want to get it screaming hot, but I also don't want to start with the completely cold pan. The egg should only sizzle just a little tiny bit when I put it in there. Okay, I think we are good, and I'll go ahead and add the egg. Okay, I got just a single little sizzle there, so I think we're in good shape. So now this egg is looking like the pan is slightly too warm. It's definitely frying hard, so I'm going to pull it off to the side. I'm in control of the temperature, and so I'm going to cool it down by just giving it a second over here, and I'm going to turn the flame down a little bit. The egg is starting to get a little more solid, and see how it's moving freely on this non-stick pan? That's why egg pans are important to take good care of. Okay, I'm going to slide it back over now that it's cooled down a little bit. If your egg is stuck in your pan, you could use something like this. It's a high heat spatula. You can tell it's a high heat spatula because the handle is red, and you can just get it to loosen up on the pan a little bit with that. But our egg is moving smoothly. Now I'm going to flip it in the pan, and I'm going to use the shape of the pan to help it flip. So I'm going to scooch it down to the front, and I'm going to push it out a little bit, and it's more about the pullback. And the shape of the pan is going to lift the egg up and turn it over. The reason why I'm doing this instead of using some sort of a tool to flip the egg is that this is actually a lower chance of breaking the egg than trying to flip it with a spatula. So here, let's give this a shot. Perfectly flipped egg, didn't break at all. I'm going to give it about 30 seconds on this side to give myself a nice over medium. Okay, so the egg is ready. And I'm going to go ahead and put it here on a pan. I'm going to use a paper towel to get rid of some of the excess oil that's on it, and we'll see how it turned out. So you might be wondering what kind of oil you should cook an egg in. Olive oil is great, canola oil is great, really any of the vegetable oils will be fine. You can cook it in bacon grease, or you can even cook it in butter. Just for simplicity, I went with olive oil today. So I'm going to give it a little pinch of salt. I'm going to give it just a shake of some pepper. And we'll see how this over medium egg turned out. Okay, I have liquid in the egg yolk, but it's not running all over everywhere. There's no liquid egg whites. That's all firm, so this is a very nicely done over medium egg. Perfect over medium egg. Let's give this a taste. Tender and delish.